Go ahead, please, sir.
I left Ms. Kruger a message to email you in order to contact you. She's not in the building, as I understand it.
And this is
No
the same
answer.
Kelly Kruger that abandoned me a year ago, that won't give me a meeting to follow up and to be accountable. And I'm supposed to expect decency and civility, even though you pushed it up.
Kelly Kruger is not in the building. I've tried to contact her.
That does not negate anything I've said. Let me ask you another question since we're on the subject here. I just want to verify with you, when I went down to the Tom Waddell Health Clinic on 430, and there was supposed to be civil standby, can you tell me why there wasn't? Did I do something wrong?
No, as I explained to you before, Mr. Garza, I contacted Northern Station. There was a misunderstanding. I thought that upon my call to Northern Station, asking that an officer be there, that an officer would be sent. Northern assumed that you would contact them, telling them when you would be there. There was a miscommunication.
So there was no professional courtesy to you, and the only reason I'm saying this is because I want people on YouTube to realize that it wasn't I who was the failure. Once again, just the victim. Just again, the victim.
As I've said in the past, Mr. Garza, it was I who called Northern. It is my mistake for not making sure that there was someone there.
I understand that. I just didn't have it on video, so that people would understand it.
No, I
Truly,
understand.
it's not me.
That's what you wanted, and that's why.
That's right. Now, can you explain to me also about the civil standby? Because if you've looked at my videos, you've noticed where I requested civil standby, for example, at the Department of Public Health, 25 Van Ness. They've never gone up with me. You know, now let me...
The San Francisco Sheriff's Department controls the hospital, controls certain buildings. When the San Francisco Sheriff's Department is there, the San Francisco Sheriff's Department is the law enforcement agency you've been asked to contact to obtain assistance.
So basically, let me see if I understand this. Let me finish, please. So let me see if I understand this. I give up my legal rights and my duty rights, every other rights, when I step onto these property, you know, and my San Francisco police rights, because you've abrogated your duty to the sheriff, correct?
Because that is the entity, the government entity, the law enforcement agency there to assist you is the San Francisco Sheriff's Department.
And when it doesn't assist me and falsely arrests me, because I've apparently given up my due process rights, because you've abrogated your duties to protect my medical rights, my legal rights on these properties.
If the San Francisco Sheriff's Department does something that is, in your opinion, egregious, there is a complaint process for the San Francisco Sheriff's Department.
Oh, you mean like the complaint process that I followed on YouTube that's set up to fail that doesn't work?
Mr. Garza, please don't interrupt when I'm trying to...
Well, please don't give me false hope and false choice.
I can only direct you to the government agency that is controlling that building, right? Which is the San Francisco Sheriff's Department. Off camera, and I know the YouTube viewers don't hear all this, but off camera, you understand that what I'm telling you is true.
Rigged to fail, correct. Absolutely correct.
Mr. Garza, don't interrupt.
Well,
right? Off camera, when we talk on the phone, which we do quite often for you on YouTube, Mr. Garza agrees that the other government agencies have a duty to assist him, right? So coming to the police department for a general hospital, San Francisco Sheriff's Department issue, Mr. Garza realizes is the correct way to do it, but because the Sheriff's Department, in his opinion, won't assist him, Mr. Garza comes to the police department, right? And that's why we are here today.
I believe that's a misrepresentation.
It's not,
because
Mr. Garza.
Well, let me say my part. Because like you said, it's been off video, so I believe it's a misrepresentation. I believe I've come to you guys demanding that my rights be enforced under the legal code, and you've abrogated those rights to the sheriff. May I finish, please?
Mr. Garza, you can make all the faces at me you like.
I'm not making the faces. You know, I'm simply withdrawing because you don't want me to interrupt, but yet you're interrupting me. You know, I'm trying. You know, what is it? Respect, compassion, and honesty. Well, and while we're speaking about respect, compassion, and honesty, how long has this been going on with my LGBT representative, and have I had any satisfaction to this point?
I believe you have. I believe I've done what I can, my abilities to assist you. Even the Sunshine Ordinance Task Force has ruled that your case against the not signing for your medical releases were on video. That was their area of expertise. case.
Well, obviously, that's another misstatement. They didn't rule at all. There was no order of determination. They ruled that Mr. his name escapes me right now, is not in violation of the 2 sections they quoted. I have the video. I have the video too. And so they did not rule on the fact that, they had been deceived by Ms. Gleghorn 3 years earlier. They didn't make her accountable. They didn't, when they followed up on the policy, now I've shown you this piece of paper where there is no written policy.
Again,
I mean, it's just a total evasion of people's rights, and that's what I'm proving about the Ministry of Sunshine.
Ordinance Task Force, as you showed on your video, they made a ruling which you have videotaped and your viewers can see.
There is no ruling. There is no order of determination. The motion did not pass.
Exactly.
So there is no ruling.
They ruled that there's not enough to hold that person accountable for those 2 violations.
Oh, that may be a wonderful spin, or it could also be true, my spin, that they're not there to hold people accountable, that they're there to find any out that's possible. Well, hello, sir.
How are you, Mr. Garza?
The truth of pleasantries.
It's always nice.
Yes, isn't it?
Okay, Mr. Garza, I have to...
You have to go, I understand. Now let me ask you another question.
Funeral.
I have one last question and I'll let you go.
Mr. Garza.
I also have the videotape of where legal got up and told Sunshine a bunch of things. Now, when I go down to legal, they profess that, they wanted transparency and accountability. I certainly hope I'm not going to have any problems following up with Mr. Woon, the legal representative that testified in front of Sunshine.
I'm sure you can go down there and ask to speak to him.
Okay, and if I do have any problems, I can come back to my LGBT liaison, who has been so wonderful in assisting me, and nothing has resulted. But that's okay. I'm not the failure. I will continue to point out this rigged, corrupt system, and go from there. Oh, and another
Viewers at YouTube,
and another quick thing is you told me.
For them, if you need police assistance at a city police area that we can assist you, we will assist you. If it's another entity such as the Sheriff's Department is there to assist you as well. That's for your YouTube viewers.
Wow,
Okay?
what a lovely spin to assist me as well, to deny me my rights, since you've abrogated my rights and the enforcement of it because of these select buildings. Are they anywhere listed that hey, you're giving up your rights when you walk into this building to the sheriff? It's an interesting question I think YouTube viewers would want to watch. Another.
So on the
Sorry, could you go down the hallway a little bit, please? You're being
Well,
a little loud.
he's done. I'm
Mr.
done.
Garcia, on the freeway, who controls the freeway? Who patrols and takes care of the cars on the freeway? Who takes care of the cars and people on the city streets? Right? There's areas that we are all responsible for. So for freeway, highway patrol, the hospital, sheriff's department, city streets, the police department, that's the efficient way.
Well, let me answer that question.
Yeah,
It's a specious argument because if I'm driving in the city, the CHP doesn't arrest me, it's the sheriff. If I have my legal rights, which I need to be enforced in the city, it's the SFPD. So, I have to disagree with the spin. It depends on the jurisdiction. This is the whole thing about all of this.
Again, I have to deal with
Thank
an
you.
officer's funeral.
Thank you, and I have to continue to suffer, be victimized, be played, for more time to go by, but I will continue to do what's right. Thank you, Mr. Yamaguchi. See you later. Well, folks, today is Thursday, May 29th. And he's emailed, Miss Kelly Kruger, my single failing point of contact, Kelly Kruger. Continue to watch the videos, continue to learn the games, and give up all hope and just despair. Thank you.